Hey there, Internet. Yeah, bringing you some news on some Dragon Ball Z that kind of happened this week, or last week, yeah, whichever. Apparently there was a little Q&A with Akira Toriyama, and apparently he kind of gave out some interesting news on Goku. On Goku's past, his parents, and or at least some more news. You know, finally giving us news about Goku's mother. Now, as excited as I am to kind of hear about that, I am also kind of on the flip side. I am honestly kind of I am wondering why did it take so long for somebody to ask him a question about it. Or they probably did, and they never really gave him an answer. Or at least he never gave them an answer. However, for what we do here about Goku's mother, which this is the biggest thing, or at least like the biggest callback to, you know, the Dragon Ball Z story, or, you know, something new. It's like Bardock and Goku's mother, whose name is Gine, G-I-N-E. They were in a four-man unit together, much like how sort of similar to like how his unit was in the father of Goku. And from that, you know, we for kind of what Mr. Toriyama said was that she wasn't a warrior who was cut out for battle. She was way more tenderhearted. Bardock had to save her in most of her fights, and also he did also kind of give a little bit of insight upon Bardock too, saying that like Bardock honestly is one of the rare exceptions of Saiyans who actually does kind of have some form of compassion towards his other members and some of his other Saiyans, which that actually is pretty interesting. But going back to Goku's mother, that is the whole thing of kind of why they both kind of fell in. I mean, how they sort of fell in love with one another, because love again is something that is rare to the Saiyan race, and you know it's that because Mr. Toriyama, he did actually kind of say something about this. A lot of fans kind of have been speculating like, yeah man, we would like to see some form of novelization or some form of or something like a light novel or something to kind of see that part when Gine and Bardock, when they both did honestly meet and see them upon their teams and everything, or kind of see where, you know, she kind of ended up after her failed attempts to become a warrior. He also said a little something about like the next movie in which that he makes. He does want Vegeta to play the lead in it, even though Vegeta is one of his he isn't one of his favorite characters. He has gone on record of saying that, but possibly this is something to possibly redeem him, kind of paint Vegeta in kind of something in which that he can put Vegeta as the lead, and so that he can actually like his character and everything. He also kind of, honestly, this would be kind of like, and well, I'm kind of like just skimming over like the three biggest answered questions in the Q&A in which that they did ask Mr. Toriyama, but at the same time, it's like, hey, these are the biggest three questions which kind of have been sparking some controversy. Well, now the Bardock question, not so much, because that one kind of played into the Gine one, but yeah. But yeah, overall, hey, you know, it would be kind of nice to see something about Goku's mother, or Goku and Raditz' mother, and also it would be nice to kind of pretty much see to see Vegeta in another movie. Some people kind of have been asking, you know, they would like to see Bardock again, but Mr. Akira Toriyama said, yeah, you know, it really isn't something to kind of put his it will be difficult to bring his character back, and also compared to Vegeta and Goku, he really isn't all that strong. So really bringing his character back and possibly trying to throw him in a major storyline with those two, and they kind of have, you know, the Super Saiyan God and Super Saiyan 3 and Super Saiyan 4. It will be very, very difficult to kind of have him stack up to those two in terms of fighting ability. So yeah, that's kind of what I had to say on that. What do you guys think about it? Please tell me down there in the comment section. I'll see you guys on the next John Graves Show. Thanks for watching. I'm out.